Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're feeling great today and clicking on that happy face because here we are about to embark upon a new unit in English language arts. We are going to jump into Unit 2, and our topic for Unit 2 of 8th grade English language arts for this year is human intelligence. Human intelligence. We're going to jump right into this and we are going to do our best to get a grasp on human intelligence and what that means to us. And from that, the question that we are going to pursue throughout the next 21 lessons is going to be, what makes somebody intelligent? What makes someone intelligent? Now, I think you've probably all got a little bit of a different idea in your mind, and you're going to discuss that with your teachers in the following conversations and lessons and activities that we do. But let's just take a moment and look at the definition of intelligence. Intelligence is the ability, that means I can do this, to acquire, means I can do this, I can get this, and apply. So I have to get and I have to apply. That means I have to do stuff with knowledge and skills. So as we learn things and as we learn how to do things, intelligence is us using that new knowledge. So we are going to move right on in to taking a really quick look at a picture of that. There's Mr. Stickman figure, and he is out with his little basket, and he is gathering knowledge and skills. And I threw a mathematical looking kind of sentence up there for those of you that think with a mathematical mind. And it says that intelligence is equal to the ability. That means you can go out and you can gather and you can apply knowledge and skills. So he's got his little hands on his hips and he's saying, I will take these and I will use these. I will have a supersized intelligence. And he's got great aspirations to being super sized in the world of intelligence. So we'll let him roll with that. Intelligence, we're going to find out, this is a little bit down the road in a few lessons. After we read a really good story regarding intelligence, we are going to find out that there are multiple ways that we can be intelligent. We can have spatial intelligence, naturalist intelligence, musical intelligence, logical and mathematical intelligence, existential intelligence, which means we go after the questions of why we live and why we die, the people that want the answers for the things beyond what we can see. Interpersonal intelligence, being able to sense how other people feel and what their motives are. Bodily or kinesthetic intelligence, coordinating your mind with your body, makes me think of Tom Brady. Finding the right words to express what you mean. That's a linguistic intelligence. And an intrapersonal intelligence is understanding yourself, what you feel, and what you want. So we all have these intelligences. We have all of them, but we are geared to have strengths in several of the categories more so than in others. And because we have all of these multiple intelligences and we have different strengths in all of these multiple intelligences, we're all different. But let's get back to that word intelligence and human intelligence and what we're going to be doing in this next unit. Over the next few weeks, we are going to consider what makes someone intelligent. We're going to write a response to that at the very end of our unit. So as we are completing our lessons, ladies and gentlemen, you want to make sure you're holding on to notes and you're doing your work and your assignments that your teachers are having you do, so that at the end of the day, when we ask you to write an essay response, Shazam, you'll have it all available to respond to that question, what makes someone intelligent? We're going to read informative, narrative, and poetic passages that further help us understand our topic. And we're really going to talk a lot about informative writing during this unit. Reading and writing that is informative. Pretty much just a how-to. Something that we find out, and we've had a whole lot of it in the last year in the way of informative reading regarding the pandemic. So informative is information, details, facts. We're going to dig right in. And as you know, nonfiction is usually considered an informative type of writing. So we're going to be looking at a lot of that. We're going to continue to study the basic conventions and literary devices and frameworks for building our English language arts skills. Never you fear, we have a lot to learn in this unit. So today in lesson 1, we are going to do something kind of fun. We're going to begin our introduction to unit 2 with human intelligence by taking a look at different areas of human intelligence. How does somebody build intelligence? How do you take yourself from where you are and build your own intelligence? That's what I think most of us would like to be able to do, and the answer most of us would like to have, right? So we're going to share our views. We're going to blend our views. We're going to look at common experiences of others and add on to our own thinking. We're going to do that today through a video that we're going to watch. We have a Jamboard that we are all going to respond to, hopefully. And in your textbook on pages 344 and 345, you may want to open up your textbooks and have those ready for your whole group instruction, because we may and we will be reading the introduction to this unit. In small group, we're probably going to discuss the whole group instruction, and we're going to complete a first right response to the unit question. How does someone build intelligence? What is human intelligence? We're going to respond to one of those questions today. So pull out those racer brains and be ready to write a quick response to that. And then on your own today in our independent activity, which I'm going to step right into with you from this, you are going to complete 2 tasks to discover and identify possibly some of our own intelligence, some of our own intellectual traits and our strengths. We have a couple of activities that we're going to give to you that you're going to go through, and you will need to have a piece of paper and something to write, well, a piece of paper, something to write on and something to write with, because as you go through the video, the YouTube video, you're going to be given an opportunity to make choices. And then based on your choice, they're going to tell you what kind of a thinker you are. And what kind of a personality type you have. Very often we connect our personality types to our intellectual or our intelligence, okay? So whatever we have a strength in kind of helps create who we are with our personality. So we're going to complete 2 activities that are going to help us understand our own brain and our own thought and our own thoughts and our own strengths. We will respond in Pear Deck as prompted to those 2 tasks. So you're going to watch a video and you're going to respond to Pear Deck with 2 things about the video, and then you're going to complete an activity where you go through and you rank things. I'm going to explain in a minute. And at the end, it's going to give you this platform, which is really cool. And it even has a graphic with it that shows you what kind of a thinker you are. When you're finished, make sure you have completed your pear deck and you've put the responses in. I'm going to walk you through how those responses should be turned in. And then please make sure at the end that you turn in your activities through your Google Classroom so your teacher can take a look and see what kind of a thinker you are. It's exciting stuff. It's fun stuff. It's fun to learn about ourselves. So today, ladies and gentlemen, when you have the time to go on your own and complete your activities for the day, it's kind of different, but it's kind of fun. You're going to watch a video, and the video is right there to the right of the link. I am sharing this with you in this video so that you can see exactly what you need to do. You're going to click on your optical illusions, and then this is going to take you through a process of showing you different pictures, and it's going to ask you what you see in those pictures, and then it will explain to you based on what you see in each of the pictures what your personality type is. So it's really interesting, and several of them were really accurate. I'm an old lady, and truly, I promise you, 8th graders, these things really do tell you a little bit about yourself. I'm old and I kind of know a little bit about myself. I'm always looking for more information, but these videos are pretty closely linked to my personality type, and I thought you guys would enjoy looking. Now, remember when we were talking about characterization, we talk about character traits. We're talking about traits again. Okay, we're talking about attributes and things about a person. So by doing this, not only are you going to find out something about yourself, you're going to add on to your traits vocabulary for times when you are needing to characterize someone that you're reading about. So I think we have a couple of purposes in doing this activity today. I hope you enjoy it. So what you're going to do, though, with this is you're going to watch the video on a piece of paper while you're watching the video. Just jot down whatever it is they say about you based on how you see a picture, okay? In the pear deck to the right, out here on the right, the answer and what you are going to write is you are going to write down just two. You've got 11 optical illusions here, which means you're going to have 11 different things you're going to be told about yourself. I just want you to write down 2 of them. That's why I wanted you to have a piece of paper on the side. Write down everything you can find out about yourself by all means. But just give me 2. Give your teacher 2 traits, personal traits based on this video. Put that answer in there, and when you're finished with the video, jot those down or type them into the answer square, and then move on to the next activity. Well, the next activity is just as fun. In the next activity, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to click on this little X to the right. You're going to read the directions that are going to pop up. I'll do that with you in just a moment. And you're going to respond to each prompt with a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4. When you are finished, you're going to go to the bottom of the page and you are going to look at the tabs. You're going to click on the tabs. The first one you're going to click on is the tab that says Results Chart. And the question in the blue box asks you, what is your greatest intelligence strength? You are going to see a chart within that tab. When you click on that tab at the bottom of the Google Sheet, you're going to see all different intelligences that kind of go with that chart we looked at a few minutes ago in the PowerPoint, all the different types of intelligences. And you should see that you have 1 strength. You may have 2. I want you over in the bar to type, my greatest intelligence strength is, and write it down right there. Write it down for your teacher. Your teacher is going to be very curious to see where you guys are all existing. It's kind of fun. It's also fun when, as teachers, we're doing groupings. We sometimes may put everybody who's musical together, or we may take a musical person or a group of musical people and put them in each group so that each group has somebody in it that is passionate about music, or intelligent regarding music. So that's what it's going to do. It's going to tell you where your intelligences are. So make sure you type your greatest strength down there. Then you're going to go to the other tab, and it's going to tell you your preferred learning style. You are going to type your preferred learning style under your strength in this same box. So once again, you may need a piece of paper to jot everything down so that you can go back and type it into the box. You are 8th graders. You are capable of doing that, and I wish you well in doing it. Now, what I'm going to do very quickly is I'm going to share with you, I'm going to show you this document. When you click on it, it's going to ask you to make a copy. So you're going to go into it very quickly and make a copy, and the little guy is going to spin round, and then you're going to have this picture. And this picture tells us to answer the red questions. We're going to put a 4, a 3, a 2, or a 1 in each of these categories. They all pop up, and you want to scroll down, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to scroll and scroll and scroll. And in each little square off to the right, you are going to put a number in. And I'm going to stop right here at line 36. It says, when I am concentrating, I tend to doodle. I do. I'm not going to lie. I know I make and have made some of my teachers and bosses nuts in my life because I sit and I draw pictures when I'm thinking about what they're saying. I'm thinking and I'm actually doodling pictures and things to help my brain remember what they're saying. So in that box, I do have a tendency to do that, and I'm going to put in a 4, and it's going to throw a color in there, a green. So with just that, I'm going to show you guys where else. You're going to go to the bottom of the page. At the bottom of the page, you're going to see something that says Results Chart. And in the Results Chart, I have right here a Spatial Visual 4. That's pretty high. If you look at the bottom of the chart, you see linguistics, logical, mathematical, musical, bodily kinesthetic, spatial, visual, interpersonal, and intrapersonal. It's going to rate you guys. It's going to tell you where you have a strength. I'm going to jot that down. Spatial, visual. All of these bars are going to be filled up because you're going to answer each of the questions. Remember, I only answered 1. You guys need to answer them all with a number. And then over in the next bar, the intelligence descriptions. It said I'm spatial visual. I am going to go right over here. I'm going to go right over here to the spatial visual. You see where it says it's line number 8, spatial visual, and it tells me all about being a spatial visual person. It tells me different kinds of roles and preferences and potentials, jobs I might enjoy, okay? And then I'm going to go all the way over to the right, and it says preferred learning style, and it says pictures, shapes, images, 3D, space. So if I'm a spatial visual person, and that is my greatest strength, that's how I learn best. So I am going to take my preferred learning style that is written here, pictures, shapes, images, 3D, space. I'm going to write those down. I'm going to write them down. And then what am I going to do? I'm going to go back into my Pear Deck, and I'm going to type. My preferred learning style is visual spatial, and I'm going to type it in there. So right here, what is your greatest intelligence and strength? I'm going to say my greatest, this is from what I learned, intelligence, strength is visual spatial, because I wrote it down. Okay, my preferred learning style is, I didn't write them all down, is through visuals such as pictures, photos, okay, pictures and photos, graphics, okay, and space. I like to see how things fit into space. They have to make sense. I'm a visual spatial person. I want to see how everything fits together. So, and that's how I would respond to that answer. Do you see how I'm doing it? I hope you do, and I think you do. So today's kind of fun. I just want you guys now to just go forth Finish those 2 assignments. They're going to take a little bit of time. They're going to take a hot minute, but they are so worth it because you find out about yourself and your own intelligence. And so you'll be ready for the lesson tomorrow in human intelligence. And in such a manner, we will continue with Unit 2. I wish you well. I wish you lots of happy learning, collecting knowledge and skills, and using them so that you may become brilliant. Take your time, have fun, and learn and get it done. Take care. See you for our next lesson. Bye-bye.